The unlikely friendship of Leo and Jack. Leo was a small boy who lived in a quiet town called Maplewood. He had always been shy and loved to keep to himself. Leo was often found sitting under a large oak tree in the park, drawing pictures of animals. He loved to sketch, but he never showed his drawings to anyone because he thought they were not good enough. Leo lived with his mom and little sister, Emma. His mom worked at a bakery, and she was always busy. Emma, who was only 5 years old, loved to play with her toys and asked Leo to play with her. But Leo always preferred to sit alone and draw. One day, a new boy moved into the house next door. His name was Jack. Jack was the complete opposite of Leo. He was loud, confident, and always ready to talk to anyone. The moment Jack moved into Maplewood, everyone noticed him. He made friends quickly with all the kids in the neighborhood. He played soccer, laughed loudly, and was always up for a new adventure. But Leo didn't like Jack. To Leo, Jack was too loud, too confident, and too popular. Leo thought Jack would never be friends with someone like him. One sunny afternoon, while Leo was sitting under his favorite oak tree drawing a bird, Jack came running towards him. "Hey, you're Leo, right?" Jack said, his face red from playing soccer. Leo nodded, hoping Jack would go away. "What are you doing?" "Drawing," Jack asked, peeking at Leo's sketchbook. Leo quickly closed his book. "It's nothing," he muttered. Jack smiled. "I love drawing too. Can I see?" Leo shook his head, feeling nervous. "No, it's not good." But Jack didn't give up. "Come on, I'm sure it's great. Let me see." Leo didn't know what to do. No one had ever asked to see his drawings before. He hesitated, then slowly opened the book. He showed Jack the picture of the bird he was working on. Jack's eyes widened. "Wow, this is amazing, Leo. You're really good." Leo felt his face turn red. No one had ever said his drawings were good before. He didn't know if Jack was telling the truth or just being nice. "I'm not that good," Leo said quietly. Jack laughed. "Are you kidding? I can't even draw a stick figure. This is awesome." Leo smiled a little. Maybe Jack wasn't so bad after all. Over the next few days, Jack kept coming to the park to see Leo. They started talking more and more. Jack was always full of energy and ideas, while Leo was quiet and thoughtful. Despite their differences, they got along well. Jack would tell Leo stories about his old town, and Leo would listen quietly, sometimes sketching while Jack talked. One day, Jack had an idea. "Let's build a tree house," he said excitedly. Leo looked up at the big oak tree. "A tree house?" he asked. "Yeah, we can make it our secret clubhouse. Just you and me," Jack said, grinning. Leo liked the idea, but he was unsure if they could do it. "I don't know how to build a tree house," he said. Jack waved his hand. "Don't worry. My dad knows how to build stuff. He can help us." So the next day, Jack's dad brought some wood, nails, and tools to the park. He helped Leo and Jack start building the treehouse. It was hard work, but it was also fun. Leo had never built anything before, and Jack was always full of jokes and laughter, making the work enjoyable. After a week, the treehouse was finished. It wasn't perfect, but to Leo and Jack, it was the best treehouse in the world. They spent hours in it, talking, drawing, and imagining adventures together. Everything seemed perfect. Leo was happy. For the first time in his life, he had a real friend. But then something happened that changed everything. One day, Leo overheard a conversation between Jack and another boy, Ryan, who was also one of the popular kids. Leo was walking to the park when he saw Jack and Ryan talking near the soccer field. "Why do you hang out with that weird kid, Leo?" Ryan asked, laughing. Jack hesitated. I don't know. He's not that bad. He's actually kind of cool, Jack said, but there was something in his voice that didn't sound right. Ryan scoffed. Come on, man. He's always drawing those silly pictures. He's so quiet. Why do you waste your time with him? Leo felt his heart sink. He stepped back, hiding behind a tree, not wanting to hear more. But he couldn't stop listening. Yeah, I guess, Jack said slowly. But I don't hang out with him that much. Ryan laughed again. Good. You're too cool for someone like him. Leo felt like he had been punched in the stomach. Jack was his friend. At least that's what Leo thought. But now, hearing Jack talk like that, Leo felt betrayed. Tears welled up in his eyes, but he wiped them away quickly. He didn't want anyone to see him cry. That night, Leo couldn't sleep. He kept thinking about what Jack had said. Was Jack really his friend, or was he just pretending? Leo didn't know what to believe. The next day, when Jack came to the park, Leo didn't sit with him under the oak tree like usual. Instead, Leo walked away without saying a word. Jack called after him. Leo, where are you going? But Leo didn't answer. He felt too hurt to face Jack. For the next few days, Leo avoided Jack. He went to the park at different times, sat in different places, and stayed away from the treehouse they had built together. Jack noticed. He tried to talk to Leo, but Leo always made an excuse to leave. Jack didn't understand what was wrong. One afternoon, Jack found Leo sitting on a bench, sketching quietly. Jack walked up to him, looking concerned. Leo, why are you avoiding me? Jack asked. Leo didn't look up from his sketchbook. I'm not avoiding you, he mumbled. Yes, you are, Jack said, sitting down next to him. Did I do something wrong? Leo sighed and put down his pencil. He didn't want to talk about it, but he knew he had to. I heard what you said to Ryan, Leo said quietly. Jack blinked, confused. What? What did I say? Leo looked at him, his eyes sad. You told him I'm weird. You said you don't really hang out with me that much. You acted like we're not even friends. Jack's face fell. Oh, that, Leo nodded. Yeah, that. Jack was silent for a moment. Then he looked at Leo with regret in his eyes. Leo, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I was just trying to act cool in front of Ryan. Leo shook his head. You don't have to pretend to be my friend, Jack. If you don't like me, just say it. Jack's eyes widened. No, Leo, I do like you. You're my friend. He paused, struggling to find the right words. Sometimes it's hard to stand up to people like Ryan. He's always making fun of others. I didn't want him to make fun of me too. Leo looked at Jack, trying to understand. But why do you care what he thinks? I thought we were friends. Jack sighed. We are friends, Leo. I messed up. I shouldn't have said those things. I just didn't want to look weak in front of Ryan. But I realize now that it doesn't matter what he thinks. What matters is how I treat my friends. Leo looked down at his sketchbook, unsure of what to say. Jack continued, his voice sincere. You're not weird, Leo. You're different, but in a good way. You're creative, smart, and kind. I really like hanging out with you. I'm sorry I made you feel like I didn't. Leo glanced at Jack, seeing the honesty in his eyes. He wanted to believe him. Do you really mean that? Leo asked. Jack nodded. I swear, I'll never let anyone make me feel like I have to hide our friendship again. Leo thought for a moment. He had always been scared of losing a friend, and now he realized that Jack was scared too, in his own way. Maybe Jack wasn't perfect, but Leo could see that Jack was trying to make things right. Finally, Leo smiled a little. Okay, he said softly. I forgive you. Jack grinned, relieved. Thanks, Leo. I promise I'll be a better friend from now on. From that day on, Leo and Jack's friendship grew even stronger. They spent more time together, laughing, drawing, and building new adventures in their treehouse. Jack stood up to Ryan and the other boys who teased him, showing them that being different was nothing to be ashamed of. As time passed, Leo learned that true friends aren't perfect, but they are the ones who care enough to apologize and make things right. And Jack learned that real friendship is more important than trying to fit in or look cool. In the end, their unlikely friendship taught them both a valuable lesson: that kindness, honesty, and understanding are the roots of a true and lasting bond. And that's what makes friendship so special. The end.